What up, y'all? So look, August of 2019 I bought my first rental property, right? It was $31,000. The whole house was 30. I didn't put 30 into a deal. The whole house was $31,000, right? There was a tenant in there that was paying $740 a month, and I didn't do anything to the house. I didn't have to rehab it. I didn't have to do anything, right? So the tenant was paying $740. Of that $740, the government pays $590, and then the tenant pays the other $150 or whatever, right? So this house is now worth $50,000, which is like a 46% increase. And I've been collecting money the whole time, right? I've been collecting my rental income like the whole time. So it's only been a year and a half, man. And looking back, you know, I posted this on my Instagram. I posted this on Twitter when I bought it. Looking back, this was like a great ass investment. And I went on to buy 5 more of them. So for me to, you know, spend, I think in total I spent like $190,000. That brings me about $60,000 a year in rental income, just because I was buying in the Midwest, St. Louis, Ohio, you know, in 2019, when you could get properties for cheap. You can't get them for that cheap no more. You can still find deals though. But yeah, this is all up and down my Twitter, man. I was telling everybody, like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. I found a $30,000 house. I found a $40,000 house that rents for $800. I found a $35,000 house. The cheapest house that I bought was $13,000, and that one rented for $600. I dropped the rent down to $500, but spent $13,000 on a house. It's probably worth about $23, $25 now. And I've just been collecting money ever since, man. So, you know, $30,000 a year and a half ago, that's like a significant amount of money to wire off to somebody, you know. Actually, I'm gonna post like the details right here so you can see, like, I paid in cash. There was already a tenant in place, $740 a month. My property taxes were cheap. It was just, you know, the ripe opportunity. You gotta buy where people don't wanna buy, man. You gotta buy when people don't wanna buy. We all know the saying, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. But when it's time to buy low, everybody freezes. And when it's time to buy low, everybody's like, this is a bad neighborhood, and you know, that's why I don't want to invest here, blah blah. Same thing in the stock market. When the stocks are low, when you could go get good companies at a great price, people are like, oh yeah, I think Tesla's about to go out of business. Or when oil is on sale, I think oil is about to go out of business. Electric is the future, so I'm not even gonna buy any oil. Then oil shoots up. Same thing when Tesla's down. I don't think that people want to drive electric vehicles. We rationalize in our mind all the excuses. That's all there are. The excuses why we don't want to do something. Bro, this knowledge is out there for everybody. This information is out there for everybody. The strategy is out there for everybody. But for you to sit around and not do anything, although you know about it, you know what I mean? To not know is one thing, but to know and not do it is a whole nother ball game, right? So you don't want to get caught in that situation where you know, but you're not doing nothing, you know? So, like I said, I went on to buy 6 of these properties. Man, and they bring me about $60,000 a year now. So, boom, that knocks out my entire cost of living. That means I can blow $60,000 living and doing whatever, and I'm still gonna get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier because I have other sources of income. And I'm not making this a thing to brag about myself. I'm making this a thing to show you what's possible, right? Anybody could have came up with that $31,000, because even if you didn't pay in cash, you could have financed that. Shit, some of y'all could have put that on a credit card. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all got $31,000 or could have, you know, financed $31,000. So opportunities are out there, man. Get money by income. That means take your money that you get from your job or from your businesses or from wherever, however you get money, right? And then you want to buy things that pay you passively. That's the whole name of the game. So currently my passive income is at $340,000 a year. So like 65% of that comes from dividends, 22% of that comes from my watch company that I don't work at, right? I just own it. And then the last 18% comes from these rental properties, man. So my goal is to get to $500,000 for, you know, by the end of the year. So I want to sit back and collect $500,000 every single year for doing absolutely nothing, because I'm spending my money on assets. I'm spending my money on things that pay me, right? I could have been had a Lamborghini. I could have been had a big ass house. I could have been bought me a $10 million house and did all that stuff, you know, a $5 million house. But I'm spending all my money on income. I'm living where everybody else live. I'm living with the people. I'm living, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to go out and wild out. This car that I'm driving in right now is $40,000. I'm not trying to spend my money. I'm not trying to blow my money because I got a high income now, you know. I'm trying to invest it and invest it and invest it and invest it, and I'm gonna let my investments pay for everything else. Let my investments pay for the big ass house. Let my investments pay for the fly cars. Let my investments pay for the lavish vacations, you know. So I'm trying to spend this money that I'm making now for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So get money, buy income, y'all. That's the message for today.